front row. Hey! Whoa, she's been a big surprise later on. Anyway, I've got a few jobs, and one of the jobs is a tour guide. I love doing a tour guide because I get to wear this, and I've got a hairy sporran. I'm going to tell you a story. I was up at the Wallace Monument. Have you ever been? Yeah. And I just happened to be there, and I was at the door, you know, and this family were coming past. I could tell they're English because this guy shouts out. He says, "Ma'am, do you want a cup of tea?" She went, "Yes, please, Jeff, get me a cup of tea." And he came up to the door where the visitor centres was. And I was by the door, and I thought, I'll open the door for them. So I stood by and said, "There you go." And he was pushing a wheelchair with his mummy, and he must have been about 6'4", and he's leaning over, and he stops at the door, right there, and his mum's face is there. Now, all right, I'm getting on a bit. I am 58 plus, and I could feel her heavy breathing on this sporran. Well, contrary to my wife's, whatever she says later on, my sporran started to move in the wrong direction. I was saved by her son, because just imagine it, the door's there, he's leaning over, he looks down, looks right at my sporran, and he goes, I wish I could pull that off." I says, "Well, you're in luck, sir, because if you've got the money, I can grant your wish." Become very close friends with Jeff, and he's never come back up to the Wallace Monument, but Gladys, his mum's been there a few times. But seriously, I love being a tour guide. I was up at the, Stirling Castle. Yeah, Stirling Castle. I'm stood there like this, you know, looking proud, looking over it. Robert the Bruce, eh? Robert the Bruce? Yay! Wallace? Yeah, far better. So I'm stood there, and I felt this sort of presence between my legs. Diane will know what I mean. That's my wife, by the way. I felt a presence between my legs, and I thought, something's weird here, you know. And I looked down like that, and I saw a hand with a camera, and it flashed. I was underkilted, bloody underkilted. This guy was behind me. I looked, he's smiling like, "Fuck off, you pervert." Chased him off like that, yeah, because I'm a Wallace. So he ran off, and I was a bit shocked. I calmed down a little bit, and then all of a sudden, I thought, no, what have I done? This guy's gone off to the cafe. He's getting this picture out on his camera, he's looking at it, and you know what he's going to see? He's going to see an extra large, big girthed, perfectly sculptured penis, isn't he? Without a doubt. Because I'm a true Scotsman, aren't I? But then I realised, shit, I was having a bad week. You've had a bad week before, haven't you guys, yeah, ladies, yeah? When he opened that picture, guess what he saw? A pair of my wife's pink knickers. Listen, guys, it happens. It happens. Anyway, I'm a true Scotsman tonight, and I want to prove it. Do you think I am wearing my wife's pink knickers, or do you think I'm going commando? Would you like to find out? Bloody hell, you're a horny rock lot of the front row, aren't you? Are you together? You want to keep her on a leash? My God! Well, I'm going to show you. Count me down. 1, 2, 3. I've gone commando, that's all you're seeing. Now, I said to my wife when she came in, I said, do not go in the front 2 rows. We've been married for nearly 40 years. Did she listen to me? No. Diane, that's my wife. Here's your device. Anyway, I've got to tell you, my friends there. I think they've mentioned his dodgy knee. Yeah, so we were away in Seville. What a laugh. We gets on the plane, we gets to Seville, gets to the Airbnb, look over the balcony, a tavern, a bar. Oh my. Straight down to the bar. I goes in, I'm not wasting $9.99, I had the phrase booked for 3 hours on that plane. I go straight up to the bar, I go, "Dos cervezas grandes, por favor. Dos vinos tintos, por favor." Pincho. Wine arrives, for those who don't speak Spanish as good as me. Wine arrives, beer arrives, we're drinking there. Little old guy comes in, walks past us, and I think, oh, can't speak English. He goes behind the bar, and the young guys are behind the bar, and they're sort of winding him up. I'm thinking, something's going on, but I don't know, what's going on. And then the little guy comes out and he opens his arms up like this. Eat my pussy! Now, that's an unusual thing to hear in a Spanish bar. It really, well, for a second we were like, but in the end, we couldn't stop laughing. I mean, that was so, we were laughing our heads off, so we invited him over. We said, Carlos, come over here. Now, Carlos didn't even speak English, you could tell. We flooded him with drink for about 20 minutes. Next person come in, I'm like, Carlos, go on, it's a great greeting. He goes, no, yeah. Come on. So he goes, eat my pussy! Every drink he took, he got better. Everybody's coming in, he's like, eat my pussy! I tell you, by 12 o'clock that night, that bar was absolutely full. Every time someone come in, by 12 o'clock the whole bar went, eat my pussy! People got that excited. When they left, they were going, eat my pussy! That was ridiculous. You can't write this stuff. Anyway, it got to about 3 o'clock. My wife said to me, Wallace, as she grabbed my hand, I would love to see that perfectly formed, large, perfectly sculptured penis. Take me to bed, big boy. While I was there. So it goes across and we're straight there. Straight away, she says, give me 5 minutes, sweetheart, give me 5 minutes. And come in. So I knocked on the door in 5 minutes. And sure enough, she's there lying on the bed, wearing our pink knickers. Result. She opens her arms up like this. And she shouts those immortal words. Help me, Glasgow. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Eat my pussy! Oh my God, we're in Edinburgh. Can I try that again? She opens her arms. I've worked for 8 weeks on this. Give me a chance after 3 guys. You're a bit excited, man, aren't you? See you later. So she opens her arms and she shouts those words, come on Glasgow, don't let me down. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Eat my pussy! Fantastic. I've got to end now, guys, but I'm going to tell you what happened at the end very, very quickly, because I can see something flashing over there. Well, it's actually Viv. So basically, she gets her arms and she does this. And I'm expecting to say that, obviously. We'll try it again. After 3, 1, 2, 3. Eat my pussy! Right, we'll go that one. So she goes like that and she goes, get me a ball.